Doug Fister getting ready for his 138th big league start. And he's trying to get his record back near 500. He's 50-52. Escorted out of the bullpen, and here he comes to take on a very good hitting Colorado team that has Charlie Blackmon and Troy Tulowitzki back in the lineup tonight. Let's go inside some numbers with Jeep. Talked about the Nats since May 30th with the best record in the National League, best winning percentage overall. Only Oakland and the A's are now 51-32, better than Washington. Cincinnati making a surge in the Central. Seattle riding good pitching. They won 3 in a row. And the Pirates and the Reds are tied just a half game behind St. Louis for second place in the Central. So that race is starting to heat up. Well, not a drop fell. We waited a half hour. It's time to play some baseball. We will start the game under cloudy conditions, but by no means dark or ominous looking. Field's in great shape. The Colorado starter, Tyler Matzek, is on his way in. So as soon as the Nats get on the field, we are ready to play baseball. And FP, it's not usual to have such a short delay. So anything about the routine that changes it all, or is it just a matter of minutes?
Well, it's just a matter of minutes. I mean, these guys knew the storm was coming or the delay was coming early. You don't want to get your pitchers hot and have to burn them. I think the trickiest part for a grounds crew is, starting a game with a storm approaching. That's when you hear it from the manager. Hey, you got my guy loose and there's a storm. You knew it was coming. So I think John Turnauer and everybody erring on the side of caution tonight. And I think you nailed it last night, Carp. This is a dry tropical storm. You're dead on.
Yeah, there's weather coming up the coast. I don't think it's going to be dry in D.C. tomorrow, but we don't have to worry about that. The Nats have a day off. And then, of course, the 11 o'clock game on Friday when the Cubs come in. And by the way, the series matchups have been announced. The Nats will see Jason Hamill in game 1 of that series. On Friday, Jeff Samardzija game 2. And then Jake Arrieta, who's been fantastic his last couple of times out. So those are the Cubbies coming in for the weekend. Right now, we're worried about one more against the Rockies. And the Nats, who are now 25-17 at home, take the field. Colorado still number 1 in the league in batting average, runs, and home runs. DJ LeMahieu is on a 7-game hitting streak with 11 hits. And over his last 11 games, he's averaging 3 hits every 8 at-bats with some runs and some runs batted in. The Nats have quieted down the Colorado offense. They've given up 14 hits, but the Rockies have only scored 4 times in the first 2 games. Doug Fister, 1 appearance for the Tigers at home against the Rockies in Detroit last year, and he beat them.
Yeah, the fastball's a 2-seam fastball. It'll go 88 miles an hour. The slider 84, curveball 73. The changeup at 80 miles an hour. He's been commanding the changeup very well lately. Keeping that 2-seam fastball down and in on the Rockies' right-handed hitters, especially Troy Tulowitzki. Looking forward to that matchup here tonight.
And Justin Morneau and Fister have seen a lot of each other from the American League. So here he is, start number 11, looking for win number 7. ERA good, piling up the innings, 61 hits in nearly 64 frames. And right-handers not doing a whole lot of damage against him. Of course, Oakland had a couple of home runs in that first start. He's been great ever since.
And set the defense for the Nats. Jose Lobaton giving Wilson Ramos a day off.
That's pretty good when you only have to mention one guy because there's not much moving around. 7-year veteran Rob Drake has the plate. Alan Porter at first. The crew chief is Joe West, second base. If any weather occurs, it's in his hands now, and Marty Foster at third. Fister waited a while, then he throws a strike, and we're underway exactly 30 minutes late at 6:35.
Well, remember the last start for Doug was Thursday's Fog Fest in Chicago. Had some bad luck behind him. A couple guys lost balls in the fog. His sinker was elevated at times, but I thought all in all, another good outing from Doug Fister, giving up just 3 runs.
Something about him in the NL West, 1 run or fewer in all 4 career starts against this division. And that game in Detroit last year, June 16th. Miguel Cabrera hit an early home run to back him, and he went 6 innings, no runs on 3 hits against the Rockies. Blackmon on 1 and 2, reaching to stay alive. Rockies' problem has been on the road. They're 16-29 away from Coors Field. They've lost 13 of 15. Battered and bruised. And by the way, they picked up Jair Jurgens today. He'll report to Colorado Springs and be on their staff, you would think, pretty soon. Jason Worth, a towering fly ball for the first down. That'll bring in Drew Stubbs, one of only 2 Rockies who have faced Fister. In the lineup tonight, Stubbs and Morneau back-to-back. Willeen Rosario getting a night off like Wilson Ramos is the other Rocky who's faced this right-hander. Stubbs 1 for 3 against him, steps in at 293. First pitch swinging. It'll be Denard Span right next to Jason Worth. Either could have grabbed it. And 2 outs, 2 quick ones to start it. And now maybe the key matchup, along with Tulowitzki, Justin Morneau, who's 8 for 25 career against Fister with a home run.
Oh, you see the game plan by the Rockies early. They're trying to elevate Doug Fister. Anything up in the zone, they're getting on early. That's the game plan against Fister if you're facing him. Anything starts around your knees, it's going to sink below your knees, whether it's the fastball or the changeup. See something belt high, let it fly.
Morneau having a great series, 4 for 7. All singles. He's on a 7-game hitting streak with 13 hits. And getaway night for Colorado. They start a series at home tomorrow against the Dodgers. They're home until the All-Star break. That'll be a relief to them. And the Nats will be there 4 days after the break. Fister got in on his hands. Desmond, he's going to get there. Amazing range by Ian Desmond. 3 balls in the air, 3 outs, and a spectacular exhibition of range by the shortstop.
Not just being ready to play. He was tracking that all the way, had a beat on it. You thought it might get over his head, but the outstretched glove of Ian Desmond, Doug Fister, absolutely approves.
Offensively, 10th in the league in hitting. They're up to 6th in runs now, 9th in homers, and 11th in stolen bases. Anthony Rendon's right in the middle of everything. At home, last 14, hitting over 370. A lot of RBIs, a lot of runs. By the way, he's 5th in the league in runs scored with 55. And he's hit 333 overall, home and road, the last month. So here he is, Tyler Matzik, the 23-year-old left-hander, and he's got some serious stuff going for him.
Yeah, good fastball at 93, slider curveball combination. More sliders than curves at 84. Changeup probably is worst secondary pitch, I would say. Pretty much a fastball slider guy. Got a good fastball. A lot of deception in his delivery. Hard, sharp slider when it's down. He'll move the fastball in and out. But watch how he comes at you nice and slow, and then boom, the fastball jumps on you.
Yeah, it takes the ball way back behind him when he brings it in. He was 5-4 in 12 starts at Colorado Springs with a 4.05 ERA, and now making his 5th start in the big leagues, 1-2. A 1-1 pitch. And Denard Span will foul it off to the left. In the series, Span 1 hit, but he's been on base 4 times, 3 walks, and scoring 2 runs. Nice crowd to usher in the holiday here. A little bit earlier start on a Wednesday. And Span, good idea, the breaking ball, 2-2.
Yeah, pretty even, doesn't matter. Right-handed, left-handed. Last night got the party started with a leadoff walk. Ended up scoring on the Jason Worth double. Singled in the 4th and walked again in the 7th. On base 3 times last night.
Numbers couldn't be much closer, could they? And the 2-2. Right up the middle. Ball hits right on the lip of the infield before going into center. And Denard Span now on base in the series 5 times.
That was a BB off the bat of Denard Span. Got a fastball down right where he likes it. Good low ball hitter. You see the crowd staying down in it, right back where it came from. Heads up. A little inside out swing. You see the action on the baseball, and there goes the no-hitter.
You've been saying that a lot earlier lately, I've noted.
Yeah. Jason Worth got that distinction last night with a double.
Here's Rendon, followed by Worth. And Anthony in the series. Couple of hits, 2 RBIs, a walk. A lot of hitting room right side.
So how about the Rockies? They face Zimmerman, Strasburg, and Pfister. And then they go home to face Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw.
Wow. Do you see Clayton Kershaw's numbers for the month of June?
Yeah, I voted.
6-0 and 0.82 ERA.
Yeah.
He got my vote too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of a no-brainer.
That was a Captain Obvious. Who's the pitcher of the month in June?
You know, in Kershaw, about halfway through the alphabet, you know, you go down the alphabetical list. You go, okay, this. Then you go, whoa, wait a minute. I don't need to go. Well, I don't need to go L through Z now.
I was all in on Jake Arrieta for getting pitcher of the month, and then I got down to Kershaw. And, well, you had to circle him.
Yeah, crazy numbers, 6-0. Span with a pretty good lead. Matzik stares at him, comes home. Rendon right up the middle. Pitcher tried to kick it. Look at the glove play. And a double play by the Rockies. LeMahieu and Tulowitzki. And even some of the Nats fans are applauding one of the best double plays they've seen.
Well, from my eyes, this is the best double play I've seen all year long. Are you kidding me on this one? Watch LeMahieu with the glove flip and the pirouette barehand cannon from Troy Tulowitzki. Does it get any better than this? Well, if you love defense, you have to love that double play. If you love baseball, you have to love that double play. Look at the cannon from Tulowitzki. We talked about it last night. Guys talking who has a better arm from short. If you put them both out there, Danny Espinosa or Troy Tulowitzki. Danny Espinosa said, FP, you haven't seen Tulowitzki throw yet in this series. You just did. What a double play.
That was really something. Worth 2 outs, bases empty. Yeah, now I kind of wish Matzik would have gotten a spike on that thing and knocked it down. He tried to kick that ball as it went by him. Worth 2 for 6, 3 RBIs last night. 3 walks in the series. And Jason's actually the 10th leading batter in the league against left-handed pitching at .348.
I mean, that wasn't just any double play. Rendon could run. That was a medium hit grounder with a guy with above average speed. I mean, all the pretty stuff in the middle that was amazing. But the fact that they turned it on a medium hit ground ball with an above average runner makes it even better. Rockies' 85th double play of the year.
Their pitchers have to throw a lot of double play balls because there are a lot of guys on base. San Francisco at 87, the most double plays in the league. Rockies right behind them. Oh, and 2 to Jason Worth.
It's a dirt cam right there, morning track cam. It's right in the dirt.
0-2. Right up the middle. How big does the double play look now? Nats have had 3 good swings at Tyler Matzik here. And then Adam LaRoche, who's good against lefties, will check in a moment.
Well, I'm no rocket scientist, but I feel like the game plan is hit the ball back up the middle against Tyler Matzik. Tenard Span, Anthony Rendon, and Jason Worth all with balls right back where they came from.
Adam in the series 2 for 8 with a long home run Monday night. He's hitting right around 290 against left-handed pitching. LaRoche just out of the top 10 and hitting at 306. Carlos Gomez at 307, 10th in the league. But Adam is in the top 4 in on-base percentage at a very robust 412. Sun's coming out. Breaking ball drops to the inside corner, 0-2. Nats facing 3 lefties for the first time since June of 2012, and it was the Rockies that time. In fact, they faced 4 lefties in that series: Francis, Friedrich, Cabrera, and Outman.
Yeah, all 5 Rockies starters are lefties. Their whole rotation.
Did Michael McHenry take a little bat on that foul ball? He went spinning out from behind the plate. Adam LaRoche takes a step back or 2 to visit with him. So LaRoche against left-handed starters. Leading the way as the Nats are 281 against the starters, 283 overall. And they've won 13 games. And the way lefties hit well against lefties is to somehow lay off some of those breaking balls away that end up out of the zone. He's been able to do that.
Well, he's been able to go the other way and take his hits, go back up the middle, use the whole field against lefties. That's why he's hit 304 against them this year.
Wow. Rockies thought they had paint, and LaRoche takes another borderline pitch, 2-2. That's also how you walk 44 times.
Boy, he's got a reputation of knowing the strike zone. Home plate umpires that know Adam LaRoche knows that, generally speaking, he swings at strikes and takes balls. You start to build that reputation throughout a long career, you get the benefit of the doubt most of the time on borderline pitches.
2-2, and a check of Worth. Target, outer half. And this ball lifted to left center. Drew Stubbs had a read on it early, onto the track about halfway, makes that grab. The Nats, though, some good swings in the first inning. What kept him off the board? That masterpiece by LeMahieu and Tulowitzki.
MLB All-Star Game, July 15th on Fox. Help send your favorite Nats player to the All-Star Game by voting up to 35 times at nationals.com/vote. Voting ends Thursday at 11:59 p.m. exactly. Vote for him.
Maybe the guy to his right?
Yeah, right side of the infield can go.
Troy Tulowitzki. 1 for 3 with an RBI here Monday.
He can go.
He's been there before.
I think 353, 18, and 47 should get you a starting role in any All-Star game on any planet.
And Pfister just missing away. Counts 1-1. Troy Tulowitzki leading the league in hitting, on base percentage, second in home runs. 1 RBI out of the top 10.
And the best double play of the season in my eyes.
I totally concur. And a really hard line drive, and Bryce Harper had no chance to challenge that. Tulowitzki in the series 2 for 4 on base 3 times. You're just glad when he makes contact like that and it stays in the yard.
Well, that two-seamer for Doug Pfister, he's trying to run it in. He left it right down the middle for Tulowitzki. I think they're going to try to tie him up on the inner half. You see where Jose Lobaton was set up, left it down the middle, and it's all Bryce Harper could do was play it on a hop.
That'll bring in Corey Dickerson, hitting in the 5 spot tonight. In the series, a walk, 1 for 5. And he lashes one up the middle. So now the Rockies game plan looking real solid. Swinging early in the first inning, going 1, 2, 3, and now 2 for 2.
Well, I made little notes on my scorecard. I actually told the truck too that the good thing about the first inning, it was 1, 2, 3. The other side of that coin, it was 3 fly balls.
Yeah. And
you usually don't see fly ball outs when Doug Pfister's on the mound. So, trying to lower the sights a little bit, get that sinker down the zone, get some ground balls, and he needs one right here.
And in this weather, well-struck fly balls will go a long way. This ballpark playing a lot smaller than it did a month ago. Pfister missing low to Ryan Wheeler, the third baseman. He's walked, has an RBI, but he's 0 for 6. Wheeler had that sac fly in the 6th inning on Monday night. 1 of 2 runs given up by Jordan Zimmerman in his winning effort. And that ball really hit hard and right at Span, took off on him, and Denard able to make that last-second adjustment.
Well, that was a nice last-minute adjustment by Denard Span. You hear the music in the background, a little Sade, smooth operator, and that's exactly what Denard Span is in center field. But another elevated two-seamer from Doug Pfister, and this time Ryan Wheeler gives it a ride. Watch the extra gear right here. That's because of the heat. The ball is carrying. Good adjustment by Span. Nice swing by Ryan Wheeler.
And now backup catcher Michael McHenry. With the Pirates the last couple of years, he was actually Colorado property. They drafted him back in 06 out of Middle Tennessee State. 8 at bats for the Rockies in 2010. Traded to Boston there for a short time. Ended up with the Pirates in 2011 and backing up Russell Martin over there the last couple of years. And he jacks one to left. Bryce Harper turns his back and runs, and all he can do is watch it. And that rocket reaches over the bullpen, and the Rockies lead 3-0. Michael McHenry's first homer of the year, the 18th of his career. Wow.
A very short, compact swing, and that's 4 hard-hit balls by the Rockies here in the 2nd inning. Tulowitzki, Dickerson, Wheeler, and now McHenry joined the party on an 85-mile-an-hour slider from Doug Pfister. Caught it out front. And just like that, 3-0 Rockies.
Their 100th home run of the year, most in the National League. 3rd most in baseball. Toronto 110, Baltimore 103. And that was some kind of shot that got out of here in an instant.
Clint Hurdle, Michael McHenry's old manager with the Pirates, said he's the only player in Major League Baseball that can take a full swing in a phone booth. And you saw how short it was right there.
DJ LeMahieu up there swinging hard. And the count's 1-2 and the number 8 hitter.
Are there phone booths anymore? When's the last time you've seen a phone booth?
Probably some kind of picture from London.
Yeah, I think London still has them.
Maybe a few old airports have one back in the corner somewhere.
Yeah, I can't remember the last phone booth I've seen.
Hot shot, one hopper. It's on the ground, and Adam LaRoche has it. 2 outs here in the second. And the pitcher, Tyler Matzik, will be next. Matzik's an interesting story. Back in 2011, he was pitching for Single-A Modesto out in California. He had more walks than innings pitched. He went to High A Asheville. Things didn't get much better for him. 50 walks in 64 innings. He went home. He just kind of quit for a while. And he ended up going back to his old youth pitching coach. Got his mind straightened out, and he came back. And now from Modesto, Tulsa, and Colorado Springs, last 3 seasons, he's been pretty solid. He's had 2 major league starts this year without walking anybody. But he just could not command the strike zone and evidently had to get home and clear his head. From Mission Viejo, California. And he was a first rounder, 11th player overall taken back in 09. This bouncer to the left side. So Pfister will finish the inning with 2 ground ball outs. That's a good sign. But the Rockies hit him hard before that. Nats will have to get on the board soon. Zimmerman, Harper, Desmond. Straight ahead.
I see. We'll honor Independence Day Friday, July 4th, with the Nats take on the Cubbies. Kick off your 4th of July celebration right here with us at Nats Park. Game time, 11:05. So breakfast with the Nats on the 4th. You can't beat that. Baseball in the nation's capital on the 4th of July. Fireworks tonight after the game.
Yeah, that's why we started early to begin with.
And the fireworks on the 4th right by the monument are as good as it gets.
Freight Rail Works and our second inning due up. Ryan Zimmerman, 10 of his 21 RBIs here. Been warming it up lately. In this series, a ridiculous 5 out of 7 with 2 RBIs, a sac fly and a walk. Bryce Harper wearing out lefties in limited play. We hope that trend stays. And then Ian Desmond, even more RBIs than Troy Tulowitzki.
You know, maybe Tyler Matzik has an amazing evening here tonight. You never know. But with this Nats offense all together, you feel like 3 runs isn't enough.
Oh, yeah. Feel that way.
7, 7, and 7 runs they've scored their last 3 games. And now we expect it every single night.
Selling any pizza lately?
7.
Yeah. Well, you just shown how much of a fan you are, because fans have expectations, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We can all get spoiled really quickly.
Oh, he walked somebody. What is he doing?
0-1 to Zimmerman. A fastball up and in.
You get used to the staff that you get to see on a nightly basis if you're a Nats fan, throwing strike after strike after strike, and then they finally walk somebody, and you're, what is he doing? Now you're used to 7 runs, and oh boy.
The Nats are 18-10 in the 28 games in which Ryan Zimmerman has played since his return. 1-2 Matzik, 19 pitches, 14 strikes, first inning. Zimmerman out ahead of it, and he hooks it foul.
Nice play on a hop.
Nice pick.
Give it to a kid.
Makes it a perfect play.
There you go. Nicely done all the way around.
Yeah.
On a hop. Look it into your glove.
Guy not behind her, not real happy. He had the picker too.
It's a great play. You should have seen it.
Here's a 1-2. Target away. And Ryan hangs in there. Mets at Atlanta again tonight. Phillies at Miami. The Nats still a half game behind. The Braves have won 6 in a row. Target in. And the breaking ball's in there, but it's low, and the count's 2-2. Ryan having a good at bat.
Well, you can see his timing starting to come back the longer you see him off the disabled list. And early on wasn't as free and easy as his swing is. And when you're a leg kick guy, it's all about timing. You either can be really, really hot or not so hot.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It'll be at least a 9-pitch at bat. And that one back to the screen, and Ryan Zimmerman draws a really great walk to start the bottom of the second.
But it's the last thing you want to do if you're a Rockies pitcher after you just put up a 3 spot is walk the leadoff man. But a good at bat by Ryan Zimmerman right there, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. And Carp, the reason leg kick guys are really, really hot or not, it's a timing thing.
Yeah.
When it's early and slow and you have the rhythm of it and you feel confident in the rhythm, it's something you really don't think about. You get it up early, you get it down soft, and your head stays still. The problem is at times you can be rushed with that leg kick and it's all going fast and your head's moving and you just don't have that timing, almost like a pitcher's mechanics on the mound when you have a lot going on. And when he's got it slow and early, he's seeing the ball big, he's catching it out front and doing some damage.
And from the Rockies standpoint, worst thing Matzik could do, a walk after given a 3-run lead. Here's Bryce Harper. Bryce 2 hits and RBI in the series. And that's on the outside corner with 92. Nissan will track it.
Bryce Harper struck out his first time last night, I believe, on a ball that was even further out than that.
Yeah. Then he got called out on that really weird call later, but then he responds with a base hit next time up. Target out there again. That was no swing as he made an offer to bunt and got Ryan Wheeler moving in from third.
He might actually took a jab at it and pulled it back, and we've seen, I want to say, Tanner Roark do this year, get called for a strike. Watch the little jab at the ball. See that jab? They could have appealed that and maybe gotten a strike out of it.
One ball, one strike. Target in now. And Harper pulls it. That's a skipper into the glove, and then they go 3-6 on the double play. A one-hopper into Morneau's mitt, and then it took a tag to get Zimmerman at second base. And the Rockies have turned 2 outstanding double plays.
I think they might take a look to see if Morneau caught this on a fly, but I don't know what you'd do if he did. But watch this play. Yeah, just a short hop, glove save and a beauty by Justin Morneau, and a good feed. Tulowitzki with a good pick, and all right, they've filled their quota of highlight reel double plays for the month of July. We can move on now. And did he tag him, I think, is what Matt Williams is going to look at right now.
Yeah, you know, that's the question, because Tulowitzki left the glove way up. You know, and Joe West is one of those guys who's been around 3.5 decades at this level. The Nats are going to appeal the fact, and I like this one, that Zimmerman was in under the tag. For so many years, FP, if the throw beat you, you were kind of out no matter what to certain umpires, usually the real veteran guys. This may be a difference here.
Well, when you pick a ball as a shortstop, your glove has to go up because you're picking the ball in a bounce. Then you got to get it back down. They're going to take a look at it right now. I got some stats for you at home. The Nats have challenged 18 plays this year. 11 of them have been overturned. That's 61%. 7 have not been overturned. 10 of those appeals have been on forced plays. 4 tag plays, 3 trap plays, and 1 home run. And I think Ryan Zimmerman's about to be safe.
Yeah, and the crowd agrees with you. They just saw it on the board.
So Matt Williams has done a good job, and everybody in the clubhouse looking at the replays, relaying them. I mean, that's something to be proud of. 61% of the appeals the Nats have done this year have been overturned. And it looks like it might go up right here. Yeah, got him on the pocket. Foot was on the bag. Good hard slide by Ryan Zimmerman going away from the tag. Look where he slides here, folks. Right to the corner of the bag, away from the tag of Troy Tulowitzki, Joe West. And this play is under review, and that is presented by Samsung.
Taking, in my opinion, surprisingly long from what we saw.
It's got to be indisputable, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Conclusive beyond conclusive to overturn.
Yeah. Yeah, but we talked about this a lot over the years. When the throw beats you, you're out 90% of the time, automatically. No matter the tag or not.
Well, you got a guy in scoring position with 1 out or 2 outs, nobody on. That's a big one. Check it out one more time.
With your best RBI guy coming up.
Look at the slide, though. Right to the corner of the bag, and Tulowitzki ran out of room. I don't know if that's the definitive view they're going to use. This one might tell the story. Yeah, got him. Well, did he even get him?
Yeah, it looked like a phantom tag on one angle to me.
And in Country Joe West's defense, I mean, look where he's looking. He's actually blocked out by Tulowitzki. There's no way he can see that, and it's bang, bang. We've watched it 10 times, but he was blocked out on the play due to the angle he had.
Headsets are coming off. Runners out. It is a double play, and in the opinion of New York, not indisputable evidence, and so it stands as a 3-6. That's surprising. Now Desmond, 2 outs, bases empty. Ian in the series, 2 for 8, 3 RBIs.
I didn't see the tag, but apparently it was not beyond a shadow of a doubt. Or is that court? I don't know. I thought it was safe.
Agreed. Target in. And Desmond serves it to right. And it's right at Charlie Blackmon. So the Nats have taken their share of good hacks early in this one, too. But a swing by McHenry has the Rockies ahead by 3. DC Lottery. The DC Lottery presents the Friday Fun Concert Series at the Fairgrounds, 2 hours pre and post game each Friday. It's fun to play the DC Lottery. And by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it. Up close look at that perfect grass on the diamond here. Top of the third coming up.
Well, Charlie Relaford was up in the booth yesterday, and he was talking about how he's been to the mothership in New York, and he was saying that the screens that they have are humongous, and it was some new sort of technology they have. They're the clearest picture you can have when they're reviewing the plays in New York. He also said that he thought that when they get a shot in Exmo, it helps them out incredibly. Sometimes they get looks. It's not Expo. It's not as clear in New York when they're reviewing a play. But when they get the Exmo shot of it, which we didn't have tonight, it makes it a lot easier on the crew that's in New York.
And a fly ball for Denard Span. Charlie Blackmon 0 for 2, third inning underway.
And I thought that was interesting, and we didn't have an Exmo shot of that. But I think the replay system has been working fantastically after really not liking it for about the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. That time,
we're not sure.
Not sure.
Here's Drew Stubbs. He flied to Span first time.
Well, I wonder if the Rockies guys next door were saying, "Oh yeah, he's clearly out."
Their analyst Jeff Houston, like you, played a lot of middle infield, so I'm sure he took a good long look at that one. And there's Pfister pouring one to the outside corner, breaking ball at 79. It's 1-1 to Stubbs.
Well, I'm just used to tell you, hey, I don't care if you really tag him, just don't make me look bad. Stick your glove in there and make it look good. And now you really have to tag him. And the reason umps would let you slide with that here and there is because you got big guys coming in with cleats up high, and they don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to break a wrist, sprain a wrist, get a cleat in the hand. So they would tell you, just don't make me look bad.
That ball hit hard by Stubbs. Zimmerman playing shallow, no chance. And Drew Stubbs in the series, 2 for 10. That'll bring in Justin Morneau. Volkswagen moment in history. It's July 2nd. It's actually moments, because on his way to 56, Joe DiMaggio broke Wee Willie Keeler's record, set in 1897. Wee Willie, of course, used to hit him where they ain't. And how about Willie Mays? Warren Spahn, Juan Marichal both went the distance. The game was in the 16th inning, and Willie Mays decided it for the Giants. We were talking earlier. Would that be one of the greatest games in the history of baseball?
Possibly.
2 starters into the 16th inning, and it's decided. 2 Hall of Famers, and it's decided by another one, Willie Mays.
Well, you just don't pitch to Mays in the 16th. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Take on Jim Ray Hart or Orlando Cepeda or Willie McCovey. Pick your poison against those Giants.
Well, you didn't pitch to Willie Mays. He'd be on third and 2 pitches.
Gee. I mean, wouldn't you love to go back in time and sit in the upper deck in an old-time ballpark and watch a game like that? I bet the thing took like 3 hours. Ball out of play to the left off the bat of Justin Morneau.
And nobody pulled an oblique.
No. Nobody caught a t-shirt. There were no dot races that night or anything else racing. Old-time baseball.
Drew Stubbs with 9 stolen bases. Doug Pfister paying close attention.
One on, one out. Stubbs has always been a good base stealer. He's just never stolen first base enough. And Bryce Harper again, no chance to challenge a ball. Kind of like the one Tulowitzki hit last inning. And the Rockies have piled up 5 hits on Doug Pfister. And now again in this inning, balls in the air.
Oh, another elevated fastball from Pfister, and this time Morneau goes the other way. Remember, he got robbed first time up by Ian Desmond. This time gets himself a base hit.
And now 2 tough customers with Tulowitzki and Dickerson coming up. The Nats need a ground ball from Doug Pfister, his forte. Tulowitzki's only hit into 2 double plays all year. And with his base hit first time up, he's batting .355, trying to bunt for a hit.
Well, the Rockies have tried to test Ryan Zimmerman a number of times with base hit bunts in this series.
And, you know, I heard some of the folks talking about this on the radio post-game show driving home last night. Why would you test the best guy in baseball on that play with a bunt? I mean, when he's on the run, he's at his best.
Well, obviously they don't know that.
They must not. They
think he hasn't played third base in a while. They know that he's had his shoulder issues, so they're trying to test him as part of their game plan here. I mean, we could put together a highlight reel.
Mm-hmm. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think if Troy Tulowitzki bunts against anybody, he's doing you a favor.
That is a large power zone. Looks like you could get in on him a bit, but you better have some mustard on it to turn that yellow. And that one was in on his hands. Great pitch by Doug Fister, even though it's in the air. Denard Span's going to throw to third. Desmond able to slow it down, though. If that ball goes over his glove, Morneau probably could have gone from first to second. So Stubbs does advance, but that's a big out.
Well, even though it was off of Troy Tulowitzki's handle, look how far he hit it. He got the job done. I think Denard Span thought he had a chance at Stubbs, but Stubbs an above average runner.
Corey Dickerson, the hitter. He singled sharply up the middle first time. Don't want to fall too far behind the Rockies here. It's 3-0, 3rd inning. Great off-speed pitch. That's one way you can take a guy's aggressiveness early in the count and use it against him. In this series, Drew Storen, Aaron Barrett, Jerry Blevins, and Craig Stammen have all thrown an inning. Stammen actually an inning and a third last night. But the bullpen's fresh. Just want to see Doug Fister stick around for a long time tonight. But I would think all hands on deck tonight, day off tomorrow. And the offense has been responding. And the count's 0-2. This guy's going to be a good ball player. Not enough at bats to qualify for some league numbers, but he came in hitting .339 with an on base percentage of .401. 25 years of age. And that looks like a swing and a miss, and Lobaton will tag him. So Doug Fister battles back well from 2 base hits. Rockies strand their first 2 runners. Lobaton, Fister, and a good block with Span coming up.
Hanging around in the Nationals dugout earlier today, talking with a bunch of the Nats coaches about various superstitions that they or some of their former teammates might have had. And I've got a good one to pass along. Bench coach Randy Knorr has not shaved in a week. The last time that he shaved was prior to the series finale against the Brewers, game that the Nats lost. And the Nats went on a bit of a skid after that, and coaches told Knorr he couldn't shave until the Nats won. Well, they won their last 2 games in Chicago, and then coaches told Knorr that he couldn't shave until the winning streak ended. So, Nats have won 4 straight, and Knorr has not shaved. And guys have been giving him a little bit of crap about his salt and pepper beard, but he took his first ever selfie earlier today. He told me earlier today he sent it to his wife Kimberly, who responded to that picture, "You're an idiot, you look like you're 70." So he's having some fun with it, guys.
Well, Randy and Steve McCaddy have seniority on this staff, and evidently the bench coach getting bossed around by a whole bunch of guys who haven't been here as long as he has. Jose Lobaton, bottom of the 3rd. And a bouncer to deep short. Tulowitzki, big hop, sidearm with a jump. Right on target. There's nothing at shortstop that man cannot do.
Yeah, on full display tonight. Little jump throw with the sidearm flip. Just getting it in the air. He knows the speed of the runner. And it's all he had to do is get it airborne. It was right on the money. Watch this. How pretty is that? Just get it in the air. Looked like Morneau might have lost that in the lights. There's a bank of lights right behind the foul pole. A big bank of lights. I guarantee you that ball got caught up in him. Morneau lost sight of it for a second.
Doug Fister. 1 for 18 this year. That's a big league hitter. 5 for 33. And Matzik, after going 2-0, gets a strike. Tyler Matzik, 5th year in professional baseball. The Nats have had their leadoff man on both innings so far. Span, 1st inning single. Zimmerman, 2nd inning walk. And Nats close to the corner, 3-2. Mercedes-Benz will give its opinion.
It's caught the corner.
And Fister strikes out. Tyler Matzik, 1st K. So the first time through the order, the Nats go 2 for 8 with a walk.
All right, it's time to tweet your photo. Use the hashtag MASSonFanPhotos for a chance to have it shown in a future broadcast. It's brought to you by AT&T.
That's a little lady who got the baseball a few moments ago from the ball person who made such an outstanding play down the left field side. Denard Span, solid line drive up the middle, first time up. And a 3-hopper, DJ LeMahieu. Nats go quickly. Bottom of the 3rd. Fister back to work against 6, 7, and 8. Brought to you by Cox, delivering life's most important connections. So Denard Span continues his good hitting, 1 for 2 tonight. Doug Fister, 40 pitches, 30 strikes, and some of them up. One of them really went a long way. Michael McHenry, first home run of the year.
It's a short, compact swing. Got a slider from Doug Fister right in his power zone, and that wasn't a cheapie. I think he hit the back of the bullpen, over the bullpen, trickled back in. 3-run shot, all the damage for the Rockies.
Wow. Left at 100. Flew close to 400. In the 4th inning, it's Ryan Wheeler, the third baseman. Fister delivers one to the outside edge. Wheeler, McHenry, and LeMahieu for the Rockies. Close. Ball 1. Wheeler hit that scorcher to center first time up that took off on Denard Span. He still caught it. This one to the gap. Worth's going to cut it off to keep the runner at first. Rockies taking healthy hacks tonight.
Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, I look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game. That's brought to you by Miller Lite. I think if you're Doug Fister tonight, even though you've given up a 3 spot, you know you have an offense that can get you back into the game. Even though the Nats only have 2 hits and haven't scored yet, they've had some really good at-bats. Second time around coming, keep the game right there, and you got a chance.
Here's McHenry. Zimmerman! How about another great double play? But the Nats couldn't quite turn it as McHenry got down the line in a hurry. Fantastic glove pick by Ryan down at third base.
Boy, there's been some good defense here tonight. How about this play by Ryan Zimmerman? First it was the Rockies with 2 gems, and now Ryan Zimmerman with the spin move. Backhand side, perfect feed to Rendon. He tried the flat-footed turn right there and just couldn't complete it. Nice play by Ryan Zimmerman. That's one that the longer Anthony Rendon plays second base, he'll learn once he sees that throw on line to come get the throw, clear himself.
And this is tailor-made. Anthony, plenty of time to do everything right there. And Doug Fister bounces back with 2 outs, and a double play ball gives him 3 on the ground that inning. Nice night, nice crowd. Nats on a nice run. Can they extend it to 5? They've been trying to do that all year long. Geico President's Race. Maybe we'll let you watch and see if you can figure out what's happening.
I don't know. I think that thing put a spell on him, and then they got out of the spell and realized they were in a race.
Yeah, Tony Tarasco didn't know who to wave around there. Geico President's Race. We'll give you 15 minutes to figure it out. Rendon, Worth, and LaRoche, bottom of the fourth. Tyler Matzik, 42 pitches, 29 strikes. Rescued by 2 double play balls. Nats have had some hacks. And a strike under the hands of Anthony Rendon. In the series, 2 for 9, couple of RBIs, a walk.
All right, I need help with this. Maybe you can help me at home. Watch that thing come outside of the. What is that right there? That's.
I don't know. Is that some new pop culture creature we don't know about?
I feel like I'm back in college again, or something.
It's really scary.
Right there, pick it out of the seat. Boom. Nice.
Come into a stadium, the ball will find you sometimes.
I think I'm going to have a bad dream tonight.
I'm going to lay awake wondering what was it.
It's got a guy with a green face and black tights and a base up the middle.
Look at Rendon get his hands inside that ball. Anthony Rendon, first hit of the night. 3 of 4 innings now. The Nats with the leadoff man on base. Now you have Worth, LaRoche, and Zimmerman coming.
Well, you know, that's what we're talking about. Doug Fister on the mound. He's thinking, well, keep it 3-0. The team's been swinging the bats. They've scored 7 runs the last 3 games, and the at-bats so far have been good. Bryce Harper hit a bullet to first base. Adam LaRoche hit a deep fly ball to left center. Jason Worth hit a ball hard. Denard Span. Jose Lobaton hit a ball in the hole at shortstop, and now Anthony Rendon with a bullet up the middle. So they're swinging it.
Need to keep it away from the shortstop and the second baseman here. And Worth ahead. Singled up the middle first time right after that amazing double play. Easy take on an off-speed pitch. Way outside. Nationals down by 3. Braves bottom of the first, scoreless with the Mets, but they have the bases loaded with 2 outs. We'll keep you posted. Washington chasing Atlanta. And Worth takes it low, 3-0.
Yes.
He is swinging, if it's a strike. A good one.
And my Twitter buddies are telling me that it's National UFO Day today, and that's what that was.
That was an alien.
Yes, that was an alien. In every sense of the word.
On which craft did he disembark?
The 3-0 green light, maybe that's what that thing was.
So aliens have a day?
They have a green light.
And you have a runner going who steals second base on 3-0. Anthony Rendon, 7 for 8 this year.
Well, we always talk about it's the best count in baseball to steal on. Nobody ever throws over. You can get a great jump. And look at Rendon right there going right in Matzik's face, and now he's in scoring position for Jason Worth, who's in a 3-1 count. Ball 4, you walk in. You steal it, the hitter's got a 3-1 count.
And it's a long high drive to left center by Worth. Back at the wall. It is just out of here. Jason Worth with his 7th of the year. It's a 1-run game. Last homer, June 11th at San Francisco.
Well, here comes the offense. little hug from his son right there. How cool is that? I believe that was Jackson. He muscled that ball out of here. He didn't get all that. I mean, he flat muscled this ball out of here to left center field. I don't even think he gave it the patented bat flip. I think he just set it down. He didn't even know that ball was going out. But that was pure muscle by Jason Worth. And like Masson Dan said in the open, he found something on that foul ball when he hit into the upper deck down the third baseline last night. A couple of doubles last night and a home run here tonight to make it an instant ball game, 3-2.
That's a long way out there where it left. And Adam LaRoche is going to be called out on a couple of pitches that were at the outer edge.
I mean, this is muscled. You see that? He didn't really get the good extension, and he didn't really do the bat flip. So you're wondering, is this going to carry out of the yard? On a warm night, it does. And just like that, it's a 3-2 ball game. Ian Desmond, helmet taker offer guy. Jason's son comes up for a quick hug, and that's cool.
Ryan Zimmerman. Matzik has given up only his second home run this year in 27 big league innings.
And he had some good hacks his first time up.
Target in. And Zimmerman goes the other way with a fly ball to Charlie Blackmon. Well, the hitters will tell you, ballpark playing differently than it was earlier this year. I mean, Worth hit it well, but does that go out in April or May?
No.
Probably not.
No. He's standing.
Tonight it got out by a row or two, maybe in between the walls out there. And now the Nats have hit 71. Rockies have given up 104 home runs. What do you think Bryce is thinking with 2 outs, bases empty?
He's trying to get that green thing out of his head, and he's running off the field. Now someone's telling me it's a green goblin. Whatever it was worth 2 runs. Rally thing. Now Bryce couldn't have hit the ball harder his first time up. And Justin Morneau went to the glove side and made an unbelievable pick on a one-hop seed.
One to Harper, and that breaking ball stays high. Braves got 3 in the first against Jacob deGrom of the Mets. And the Nats have turned the tide of this ball game here. 2-1. Right now, Rob Drake is giving generously to the outside edge. Adam LaRoche found it out, and that ball could have been called either way. Nissan on the pitch track. Harper gets jammed. That ball's going to drop in left field. You know, Bryce is thinking too. And he's going to make it standing up. Single homer double in the inning. And the Nats now a real chance to tie things up.
Well, they say they all equal out, and I guess tonight for Bryce Harper they do. Couldn't hit a ball any harder his first time up, and this time gets jammed and muscles it over the head of Ryan Wheeler at third base. And as soon as he sees that this lob wedge is going to fall, he hits the gas. I guess the only question is, where did the helmet come off? Let's see. I'm going to say right around first, maybe. Right before first. So a 2-out double by Bryce Harper. And now Ian Desmond may or may not get a chance to hit right here. Let's see.
Yeah, Jose Lobaton batting right-handed, just over 150. Rockies give up a game-tying hit here. It is not a good piece of strategy.
Well, if you want to pitch around him, this guy's in his 5th major league start. Sometimes young pitchers don't know how to pitch around guys, meaning they don't know how to throw balls, and that was right down Broadway. Slider at 83. You know, first base open, 2 outs. Ian hit a bullet to right field his first time up. You would think they would bounce a few here to see if he's going to chase.
We talk about this all the time with a number 8 hitter and a pitcher on deck. This is more dangerous than that. 0-1 with 2 outs. And that ball on a swing and a miss gets away, and Harper over to third.
He's thinking about it.
Wild pitch. Well, maybe that keeps him from bouncing an 0-2 pitch. We'll see.
And that's the kind of pitch you have to make to a free swinger like Ian Desmond with first base open. Probably hard for Walt Weiss to have his catcher stand up and give him 4 straight, because you have such an aggressive hitter up there that will force the issue. The problem is with a young pitcher, you can't throw him a strike right here because you could run into the barrel.
Ball kept close by Michael McHenry.
And now the dilemma becomes, yeah, you want to bounce it, but now you got to run around third.
Yeah. A lot to ask of a young pitcher who's probably still a little rattled from the home run. Harper coming as far down the line as Wheeler is playing off the bag. And a 1-2 is low and in.
This is risky. It really is, but I know what Walt Weiss is thinking. So far, minus the first pitch, Tyler Matzek's done a good job of burying the off speed to Desmond.
Two-two pitch. Desmond pulls it, base hit. Rockies pay the price, and the Nats have tied the game. Very interesting. 2 two-out hits with a wild pitch. Harper and Desmond manufacture a tie game.
Well, the wild pitch was the key to that whole at-bat. Now Matzek didn't have as much confidence in bouncing the off-speed pitch, so he left it up just enough for a free swing and Ian Desmond to get the barrel to it. Runner on third, he buries this pitch, and he hopes Desmond swings through. Even though you saw Michael McHenry go down to block that ball, it wasn't in the dirt. So that's the problem you run into with the young pitcher. Can he pitch around somebody? Does he know how to throw balls? And right there he tried to. But Ian Desmond, free swinging, good bat ball hitter, just made him pay in a big way. Once Bryce got to third, the ball in the dirt was really out the window. I don't think he had confidence in throwing it. Nice piece of hitting by Ian Desmond.
Lobaton, first time up, hit a ball to deep short. Tulowitzki made a fine play to throw him out. On the run, jumping. 3-6-0 Rockies, 3-6-0 Nats. And all 3 of Washington's runs on 4 hits here in the 4th. Long inning for Matzek. He's well over 20 pitches this frame. He's due to lead off in the 5th. And the numbers will go up a little bit tonight. But Jose Lobaton, even though he doesn't generate a lot of offense, he's done a fine job behind the plate. His last 3 starts coming into this one, handling the staff. A staff ERA of 0.42. So he gets some credit for what the pitchers have done as well. He's just scuffling right now. 1 for his last 27. Trying to get a 2-out hit to get Pfister to the plate here in the 4th.
You know, Desmond's numbers not great with 2 outs and runner in scoring position this year, but I think that might have been what Walt Weiss was looking at, but Ian's already burned the Rockies once this series with a bases loaded double after Walt walked Bryce Harper to get to him and get the right matchup.
That was RBI number 50, by the way. 80 all of last year. And Lobaton hanging in there. Matzik, like any young pitcher, benefits from being ahead. If he throws strike one, they're batting 179 against him. When he falls behind, the league's hitting 389 against him. And the 0-2. Lobaton will take it low and inside, extending this long inning. So pitch number 29 of this frame coming. He had made it through the first 3 innings on 29 strikes, 42 total pitches.
And normally if you're the 7th hitter, you don't steal with 8 up, but in a 2-strike, 2-out count, you can.
Wow, Lobaton took a huge swing.
And the reason you can is because they're not going to pitch around the 8th hitter to get to the pitcher in a 2-strike count. So if you get a read on a lefty, go first move, get into scoring position, and for some reason it's a ball, now base hit, you score, and if he hits it into a gap, you already got a head start.
Yeah, great speed over there. And Lobaton hits one off the end of the bat to the center fielder, Drew Stubbs. Great inning for the Nats. Rendon got it started, stole second, then Jason Worth goes deep left center and makes it a 3-2 game. Nats weren't done. Harper a double, Desmond a single, and we're all tied into the 5th. Donating $250 for every Nats home run this year to the Children's National Medical Center. So Jason Worth goes deep for the 7th time tonight. The Nats have hit 71. It's the pursuit of perfection, thanks to our DC Lexus dealers.
Look how tall Jason Worth is standing right here. You see the adjustment in the stance. It's what hitting coach Rick Shue calls stack and jack. And look at the backside, how tall it is now. He's standing firm on it, and then he's more directional to the baseball, to where if you're down low, sometimes you get around the ball like that. But Jason Worth straight down to the baseball, head of contact. And what that does, it allows you to let the ball get a little bit deeper. You stay over the baseball, you create backspin versus side spin. And that backspin right there was what made that ball carry just enough to get out of the ballpark and make it a 3-2 game.
Pfister against Tyler Matzik. And a bouncing ball to the right side. Suddenly, here come the grounders. Last 4 outs on the ground. Only 2 in the first 3 innings. So if Doug Fister rights this ship, he's given himself and his team a great chance to win. It'll be the top of the order now. Blackmon and Stubbs, the next 2.
Well, Doug Fister's a veteran. He's been around. He's a no panic guy. But I think when your offense is doing what the Nats offense has done the last 3 games, even more reason not to panic.
Yeah, every run's not a dagger anymore when you give them up. Fastball outside corner. Blackmon is flied to right field and to center. And then Stubbs with a base hit, 1 for 2 behind him. Off-speed pitch into the corner. That thing was sitting up high. And Charlie Blackmon is off to the races. Worth will get it back in quickly to hold him to 2 bags. This guy's been a really good extra base hit guy for the Rockies. 16th double to go with a triple and 12 home runs.
Yeah, looked like he got a curveball right there from Doug Fister. Caught it out front. Did a nice job of keeping his hands inside the baseball and keeping it fair. And it's just a curveball right up around his belt. And all in all, when you look at the pitch and the location, I think Doug Fister actually got away with one, even though it was a double. Those usually go a long way.
There's Drew Stubbs, who pulled a base hit to left last time. The Rockies have 7 hits. Very close to hitting the batter. Somehow Stubbs twisting his way out of there. Good fastball.
Yeah, he's trying to make the adjustments right now on the fly, but right now he's looking for that pitch.
There's that pitch, and it's going to give him a second out. Drew Stubbs just looks at it, and he strikes out for the 5th time in this series.
Yeah, it might be the fastball all of a sudden. When I meant that pitch, I'm talking about, you know, this pitch isn't working, that pitch doesn't feel good, maybe my mechanics are a little bit off, I'm not feeling right out there. But when you're a veteran like Doug Fister, you make adjustments on the fly based on experience, and right now that's what he's doing. Really trying to stay close and get on top of that 2-seamer and get it back down in the zone.
And he gets a fly ball to center on the first pitch to Morneau. That line drive caught by Span, and Doug Fister giving but not giving too much. He'll lead off in the bottom of the 5th of a tie game.
On a warm night, I see red people everywhere, and there's going to be lots of red people for this one. The first 25,000 fans will receive a Nationals Performance T-shirt presented by McDonald's on July 5th versus the Cubs. Game time 4:05. So some weird start times coming up. 11:05 on the 4th, 4:05 on the 5th. You can get this shirt at all gates while supplies last. And when you get in the ballpark, you'll be performing like that guy right there. He's got his picker. I like it. Little Rollins.
That thing's seen some action, hasn't it?
Yeah. Bring your glove to the yard. You never know. It's a nice hat that gentleman has right there. I like it. Looks just like a kid.
Little middle of the game exercise. We're going bottom 5. Fister, Span, Rendon. When the Nats score 4 or more, so 1 to go. 37 out of 40. Unbelievable.
I'm liking the rugged Randy Knorr, by the way. I mean, he got a little Clint Eastwood in him right now with that beard. You got to let that go. We're talking to Matt Williams today on the bench about superstitions and how, with all of us baseball players or former players, how it still rules our lives. He was saying as a player, you know, what I always talk about, driving the same way to the ballpark when you're winning games, little things that you think work. He was telling a story about Jay Bell with the Diamondbacks the year they won the World Series. He wore the same stirrups. You remember the stirrup socks, Card? You know, low in the front, high in the back, old school ones with sanitaries underneath. Jay Bell wore the same pair all season long and didn't wash them once. And Matt's locker was right next to Jay Bell, so he said every day he walked into his locker and he could smell the socks hanging up. And by October in the World Series, he said it was just unbearable.
And those aren't even the ones that wrap all around your entire foot, just the stirrup.
Just the stirrup goes in your shoe. But Jay Bell, being superstitious, they were in first place, playing well. He said, I'm not washing these things all year long.
Jay Bell might have been the best bunter I ever saw from a right-handed batter.
He was. And watch Doug Fister with a hard 90 to first base. Getting down there.
It's well done. Top of the order, Span and Rendon. Now tonight they both have a hit. When they both score, the Nats are unbeatable. We'll see how that shakes out. They're both 1 for 2. Span in the first, and then that double play. You know, the double play we're talking about. And then Rendon led off the 4th with a base hit, scored on the Worth home run.
So apparently the new superstition for Matt as a manager is the coach's camaraderie run, and they do it every day when they win. And Bob Henley has been doing it with Matt Williams. They run about 3 miles, and Matt gets them to thinking, well, hey, we won because we went on the run yesterday. So he guilts them into keep going for runs with them, and they've been doing it all year. Pretty soon the coaches,
you know what?
They're going to wither away to nothing. They've all lost like 20 pounds.
When the big Marine tells you to run, you say, how far?
Yes.
How far, sir?
Matt says stuff like, do you want to win a championship? Then you're going to go for a run with me.
And Denard Span looking at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning. 3-7-0 Rockies, 3-6-0 Nats. All the pressure on Colorado now that the Nationals have tied the game. They're trying to salvage one here. Having a rough road trip. They lost 3 out of 4 at Milwaukee before they came here. Had to salvage game 4. And as FP mentioned, going home to take on the Dodgers.
Well, their schedule has just been absolutely insane. I mean, it's the big leagues. That's what it's all about. But from June 6th to July 6th, Dodgers, Braves, Giants, Cardinals, Brewers, Nats, and then Dodgers again. So past July 6th, it keeps going for Walt Weiss's club. That's the big leagues.
Target away. Span offers. Look. And he got called out by Marty Foster. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Tyler Matzik.
Let's see. From the side.
That is not apparently a swing.
It always looks like you go on replay, and that didn't even look like he went.
And the third base coach, Bob Henley, a word with Marty Foster.
Well, he's got the same view as Marty does.
Those are not reviewable.
And even if they were, Matt Williams doesn't have one.
That's right. Got to be successful to earn another if you go early in the game. And Rendon, that ball right off the end of the bat. So the Nats go quickly in the 5th. Pfister and Matzik, they've had problems at times, but now both poised to pitch for a while. A look at our upcoming schedule, brought to you by the Metro Silver Line, heading to Dulles or thereabouts, opening July 26th. Cubs are in Friday. Tanner Roark, Jason Hamill. At 11 o'clock game, Gio, 4 o'clock Saturday against Jeff Samardzija. And then Sunday, Jordan Zimmerman, Jake Arrieta. Good pitching matchups throughout that 3-game series before the Orioles come in next Monday, Tuesday. There's Tanner, who will go into that start 7-5 with a 2.98 ERA. It'll be his 17th start. Troy Tulowitzki, the way you like him, either leading off an inning or maybe 2 outs, bases empty. The Nats did get him last time as Pfister got in on his hands and had him fly to center. That was a big out back in the 3rd. 3-0 game at that point. Rockies had 2 on, 1 out. And Pfister got Tulowitzki.
Tulowitzki, another example of what we were talking about with Jason Worth, a guy that stands tall and really pounds down on the baseball, gets a lot of backspin. Just a comfort thing. Some guys like Denard Span like to bend their knees, get right down in there with the baseball. Other guys like to stand over the top of it. Mostly the power guys you see that stand tall.
And it goes to 3-1, a dangerous count to this man.
I don't think he's going to give in right here. Meaning, probably not going to give him anything really good to hit. It's a pretty good average.
Oh my. That ball carrying to Bryce Harper, and Bryce will get there in time to catch a screamer that brought him to his knees. And that'll take Tulowitzki slightly under 700 on a 3-1 count.
I mean, these are like video game numbers. He's hitting 353, 700 to 3-1 count. And Bryce Harper very aggressive right there on the low line drive. Makes a great play.
Wow.
Because that ball was stung.
There's Corey Dickerson.
I mean, you don't hit 353 for a whole half a season by mistake. You swing at strikes, you take balls, and you pound balls in the strike zone. And Tulowitzki's been impressive tonight.
He's one of those guys, if you see him play 3 or 4 days in a row, let's say it's a 3-game series and he does play every day. He didn't yesterday. He might get 12 at-bats. You'll see him hit the ball hard 8 times out of 12 at-bats. or maybe more. I mean, sometimes you walk him in certain situations. But I remember when Pujols came in here several years ago when he was locked in, 8, 9 hard hit balls in a series. Tulowitzki, one of those guys. I don't think Pujols even ever hit close to 350 this late in the season. That's on the outside edge. Doug Fister picking apart the zone right there. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Well, that's a good sinker right there from Fister. You saw that late dip.
Then he goes off speed, gets the strikeout. His third of the night. Two very tough hitters retired here in the 6th.
Well, Doug Fister is doing what we always say about Tanner Roark tonight. He's doing it on guts. I mean, that's the best curveball he's thrown tonight, and it backed up the best sinker he's thrown tonight. But not panicking, adjustments on the fly, figuring it out. And he knows he's one run away from a win. If his ball club can get him one, he'd keep it right here.
On a play to the left side from Ryan Wheeler. Rockies big inning, the second. Leadoff hit, Tulowitzki. Dickerson followed him. 1 out later after a Wheeler screamer to center. Michael McHenry hit a low line drive over the bullpen in left field. Rockies led 3-0. Nats have battled back to tie it. And that one inside, 1-1. Wheeler's hit the ball hard twice.
I think Tulowitzki's splits are worth noting. He's hitting .447 at Coors Field and .266 away from Coors Field. I mean, not bad away from Coors Field, but softball numbers at home. He's 59 for 132 at Coors Field with 11 home runs, 30 RBI. He's 38 for 143 coming into tonight away from Coors Field.
So that ballpark, 2/3 of his homers and RBIs. Denard Span on the run, grabs it in the gap. Here's a guy who's gone deep tonight. Worth is 2 for 2 and having a fine series. 2-run homer last time.
Sixth inning, Doug Fister doing a nice job of hanging around, making some pitches when he has to. Michael McHenry got the Rockies on the board with that low line drive home run. And Jason Worth with an answer in the 4th inning after the Anthony Rendon single right up the middle and got a 3-1 fastball and knew what to do with it. Just clears the left field wall. Ian Desmond takes his helmet off, and then Bryce Harper with a little bloop hustle double into second base. And wouldn't you know, Ian Desmond in a 2-strike count drives him in. You can see the reaction by Michael McHenry. They were trying to pitch around Desmond. Left it up, and he knocked him in, and Jason Worth is getting a beer for his efforts. He deserves it.
Warm night, hit a tater, get a brew to go with it.
There you go. Wait, how do we get in the batter's box so fast?
I've never seen those two guys in the same place at the same time.
That's impressive.
94 on the home run. Here he comes, leading off the 6th. And this one will be popped up to right for Charlie Blackmon. By the way, Doug Fister's only thrown 69 pitches in 6 innings. And Matzik is up in the 80s. So the Nats box score. Focus in on the 4th. The Rendon hit, the Worth homer. 2-out double, Bryce Harper. 3rd on a wild pitch. They decided to try to pitch around Desmond instead of just sending him to first base, and he made them pay. Nats' other 2 hits in the 1st, Span and Worth. Adam LaRoche 0 for 2 tonight, but he's been great lately, Mass and Dan.
He has, Bob, and you guys mentioned his numbers against left-handed pitching this season. His batting average up over 100 points and his on-base percentage up more than 150 points against southpaws than they were last season. I talked to hitting coach Rick Shue about that earlier today. He said that he thinks it's largely because LaRoche, his timing has been good since opening day. He's not letting pitchers dictate his timing, and he's been quiet in his load. Matt Williams added that since day 1 of spring training, LaRoche has focused on using the entire field. And while he strikes out here, that approach has allowed LaRoche to keep balls in play. And that's why his power numbers haven't really been up against lefties this season. The home run slugging percentage still around what it was last season. But overall, his approach against lefties has been to use the whole field, to put the ball in play. And that's why his on-base percentage and batting average against southpaws have really taken a jump this year.
At 296 into last night against lefties. And 2 quick outs for Matzik here in the 6th.
Well, Rick Shue's been doing a nice job. I mean, it's just a constant work in progress with, major league hitters trying to find that comfort zone on a daily basis without giving them too much information to where it's analysis paralysis, just keeping them going, being encouraging, being there working with them, and then finding that little key to lock them back in when they're not locked, or to keep them locked in when they're going good. Nobody works harder than the Nats hitting coach Rick Shue.
All right, look out here, 2-0 to Zimmerman. Walking a fly ball tonight. And he didn't get a fastball. Inside the numbers with Jeep. Since 2010, Ryan Zimmerman likes to celebrate the 4th and the All-Star break. As many hits as Adrian Gonzalez. And a ball down the right field line into the seats. One of those Julys, Ryan went to the All-Star game back in 2009. Won the Gold Glove that year. And a Silver Slugger. He and Matt Kemp, the only 2 guys to do that year back in 2009. And a breaking ball gets him. 5 Ks for Matzik. Rookie settling in nicely. 3-3 ball game. 7th inning coming. The night at the ballpark.
It's Mount Rushmore, it looks like. Minus the frog thingy.
That's a good call. Family in front of Rushmore here in D.C. Doug Fister, nice job of bouncing back. Everything up early, some base hits. He has settled in nicely, as veterans will do.
Yeah, he thought it was a red flag early when he got three fly ball outs in the first inning. But hey, he's around. He's keeping his team in the ball game. He's making the adjustments, and he's one run away from qualifying for a win for this game. But he's into the 7th inning at just 70 pitches.
No, not the ground outs we usually expect, but hey, he's in the 7th inning in a tie ball game. Win 6 at Wrigley last time, 8 against the Braves before that. That was his longest outing of the year. So he's trying to go 7 or more for the 6th time. Michael McHenry, the catcher, and he fouls one off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
A lot like Steven Strasburg last night. Doug Fister's stuff is getting better later in the game. Strasburg's fastball went from 92-94 to 95-96 as he approached 100 pitches last night. And his fastball command all night long was great.
Rocky bullpen working. And a ball hit hard and foul. And another good pick. Number 14's 2 for 2 tonight.
She's ready. Call her up.
Nice. Already hawking at the highest level. Where would she go?
I mean, these aren't easy plays. Look at that's a bullet. Stays in front. Nice play.
Fister into his windup, and McHenry just left the batter's box.
Hey, all of a sudden, maybe the last 2 innings, Doug Fister's got the rhythm. He's in a groove to where he's getting it, throwing it, getting it, throwing it. That's when he's at his best. Nailed that.
Yeah, I don't know if the action of the bullpen in left field. Way to make FP look good there, Doug.
Hey, he always does. You kidding me? He makes everybody look good.
I don't know if they're going to hit for Matzik, but Matt Belisle's been working a while. And Matzik is at 90 pitches, and suddenly Doug Fister's turning into a strikeout guy. 2 of the last 3. McHenry looking his 4th of the night.
Well, that's the veteran presence and the experience I'm talking about. You throw one to the screen, and what do? You just paint a changeup right after that, right on the black. Good frame by Lobaton. Great pitch by Doug Fister.
And the catcher could do nothing about it. The one with the bat, that is. Here's DJ LeMahieu. And a one-hopper. Zimmerman again from his knees. And LaRoche is on the bag in foul ground. Ryan Zimmerman's 2nd magical glove play of the night.
Are you kidding me? It's not that easy. You've been standing out in left orchard for so long. You come back into third base, a position you haven't played in a while. Step at a dive, not a problem from his knees. I'll say it again. Are you kidding me? Ryan Zimmerman flashing some serious leather tonight here for the Nats. 2nd great play.
And LaRoche able to clear out of there just before the runner got there. Matzik will bat here, but Matt Belisle is still firing in the bullpen.
Didn't even get up to his feet from the knees.
This could be one of those situations where they leave the pitcher in to hit, and then he doesn't come out to pitch. They've got a short bench, the Rockies. Only 3 guys other than Willeen Rosario. Fastball up.
There's been 3 or 4 plays of the month in this game alone tonight, and it's July 2nd.
I know.
I mean, you'll see these at the end of the month on plays of the month. They've been unbelievable. Both teams. Amazing.
Look at the swing back on that fastball. Time to stretch. Doug Fister with help from Ryan Zimmerman getting it to the middle of the 7th in a hurry. It's brought to you by Hyundai on a beautiful night for a little splash in D.C. We're going bottom 7 with Harper, Desmond, and Lobaton. Quite a ball game. 3-3 at Nationals Park. presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Doug Fister retires his last 8 batters and 11 of his last 12. Looks like he's done for the night. Soaked to the bone on a hot night.
Just a gamer. What a great performance. Gave up some hard hit balls tonight. The sinker was up at times, but he made the adjustments on the fly. He did a really nice job, and you'll hear guys in the dugout after a performance like that saying, let's get him a win right here.
Bryce Harper bunting. Strike one. Bryce tonight, hard hit ball, 3-6 double play. As FP called it, lob wedge to left, double. 0-1. 84, Bryce pulling off that one. He's going to have to battle now on 0-2. Mets have picked up a run in the 4th at Atlanta. Still trailing the Braves 3-1.
Just trying to hit a lob wedge of the Navy Yard right there.
Meanwhile, a note on Tyler Matzik. He's retired 7 straight since the Desmond RBI single back in the 4th. We were told he was the best of the 3 young Rocky lefties we'd seen in the series, and former first-round draft pick has not disappointed. Bryce hanging in there on an 0-2 count.
Boy, Bryce being very animated between pitches, talking to himself, yelling at himself, telling himself to stay in there. They'll let you know what he's thinking.
94 tonight. 96 his highest 2 starts ago. At home against Milwaukee. And Bryce all locked up in a breaking ball, tagged out. Strikeout number 6 by Matzik. And he's fanned 3 in a row. Nissan will track this nasty pitch.
He's kind of fallen out of there to his own dugout the whole at bat. I don't think the balance was where he would have liked it to be. You see the swing kind of going toward the Nats dugout. And the curveball down the way got Harper, and that's going to do it for Matzik. But like you said, Carper, really nice outing by the young left-hander from the Rockies.
Yeah, relatively speaking, compared to the rest of their rotation in this series, strong. He gives the Nats 6 hits, 3 runs in 6 1/3. Call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS Store. Your one-stop shop for all your small business needs. Let us handle your mailbox service needs. We love logistics. Veteran Matt Belisle on the way to facing Desmond. Still trying to beat this guy. He beat him last week in Chicago, 7-0 against Washington. Tanner Roark, fourth best home ERA in the National League, 1.59. Who's going to be swinging it well after an 11:05 a.m. first pitch? Johnny and Ray roused from their slumbers at 10:30 a.m. with Nats Extra. One out, bottom of the seventh. Ian Desmond against Matt Belisle. Belisle came in sixth inning last night, and Ian Desmond hit the ball hard to right and lined out. Desmond, by the way, this year 17 RBIs in the number 7 spot, same number with a whole lot fewer at bats than when he hits fifth. He has 13 batting sixth and 2 batting in the number 4 spot. And he launches one to right center. This ball carrying, and it appears to be gone. Umpires haven't made a signal. Desmond going to third. Triple or home run? We'll wait and see. Fans out there are giving the home run sign, and here comes Matt Williams.
And it doesn't matter if he has a challenge or not. Home runs can be looked at upon request. And I think it hit the fence, Carp. That's the metal part.
Yeah, that's a homer, right? It did. So Ian Desmond really going strong opposite field. It looks like.
What do you got, guys? Help me out on this one.
That's going to be hard to tell. It looks to me like it hits the top of the green, then the fence, and then comes back. We may have to have a side view to figure that one out. Fence, back fence maybe.
Top of the fence, top of the green fence, yeah. Then metal fence, then back in play is what I got from that. But it's hard to tell. Like I said, in New York they have huge TV screens that are the newest technology, and I don't think this is going to take long. You a little side angle right here. What do you got?
Looks like a short hop off the silver fence to me. At the very worst, the Nats will have a runner at third with one out. Lobaton coming up. Franzen on deck. But you want the run right here. That number 4 run total so magical for the Nats this year.
Good job of hustling by Ian Desmond to get to third base, regardless of what they decide here on the replay. He could have pulled up, Cadillac-ed, geared down into second base, and then stood around with his hands in the air, but he kept running hard the whole way. And it could prove to be a big part of this game if this isn't a home run. And I'm still having trouble. I'm not going to sit here and try to make stuff up. I can't tell. Trucks tell me they think it's out. Fans are pointing to where it hits. So if it hit down there first, that's a home run. And I'm going by that guy right there. That's going to be my decider. It's a good look at it, but that ball's going about 100 miles an hour, so it's tough to tell where it hits.
Boy, and this is taking a long time.
Well, I think this one should take a long time. It's a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 7th. It's a big call by these umpires, and it's not that clear to me, although I got glasses on, so we'll see.
Joe West, by the way, second base umpire, crew chief. It was originally his call. Kind of like the disputed play earlier tonight that went against the Nats. But when you have two different barriers that close together, it's going to result in some strange situations.
No, I think they should take as long as they have to right here.
Yeah, agreed.
This isn't one about, hey, let's see how quick we can be. This one they have to get right. For both teams. I just can't tell.
It just looked like it hit the top of the green wall and then the silver fence.
So if it hits the top of the green wall, then hits the fence, it's out of the park, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, that guy in the background thinks it's a homer. Look at he's getting tired. He's got to hold up his arm. Get him some ice. So if it hits the top of the wall, ricochets what would have been in the stands if that fence isn't there. That's a homer, correct?
Correct.
I mean, if that little mini fence isn't there, a fan's holding the ball and it's out of the ballpark, and it should be a home run. At least that's what I'm going with.
Here they come.
There we go.
Home run! The Nats take the lead. And Ian Desmond can go the final 90 feet on his 15th of the year. RBI number 51.
I mean, can I request to see you later on the replay?
They show it, I'll do it.
How about that swing? I mean, you lose focus with the whole replay on whether the call is right or not, and sometimes you forget about what a great swing this is to give the Nats the 4-3 lead.
Center cut breaking ball, and there it goes to right center. See you after the review later. Nats lead 4-3. All right.
Nice. That's twice that Walt Weiss has gone matchups right on rights against Ian Desmond in this series, and it's twice that it's backfired. Ian Desmond with a big bases loaded clearing double the other night, and then a home run here to give him the lead in the 7th. And Doug Fister stands to get the win.
Yeah, Lobaton on deck. Kevin Franzen a hit for Doug. Now the bullpen's all set up with Tyler Clippard getting ready. 2-0 to Lobaton, and he drills one up the middle. Belial gets leather on it and throws him out. It's the second out of the inning for the Achiever and UPNC Bank with our minor league report. Let's talk about a bunch of guys who've all seen action, at least other than Aaron Laffey, for the Nats. And they're all going to the All-Star game in Durham, the AAA All-Star game. Congratulations, Jonathan, Steven Souza Jr. and Taylor Hill. And left-hander, we saw Aaron Laffey in spring training. Nice going, guys. Kevin Franzen.
Boy, if Ian's average was just a hair higher, 15 and 51 will get you to an All-Star game every single time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He could be selected. How many shortstops are having big years?
Right.
I mean, he's having a bigger RBI year than the guy who's going to be the top vote getter. Kevin Franzen, the pinch hitter here. Franzen career against Matt Belial with a double, 3 for 6. Rex Brothers again tonight for the Rockies. Inside, Franzen a good take. Kevin has a pinch hitter, good all year, 7 for 23. He has 7 of the Nats' 18 pinch hits. One of the 4 pinch hit home runs. Bench has been great. Hits that ball well to center. Cruising back for it, Drew Stubbs. Ian Desmond comes up big. His 18th RBI of the year from the number 7 spot. And Desmond's blast puts the Nats on top. Coons, when you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. And by visit Annapolis.org. Find it here. Nats have taken the lead and some wheels are turning now to try to keep it that way as Ian Desmond goes deep for the 15th time this year. 2014 MLB All-Star Game, July 15th on Fox. Time running out to vote. Tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. Send your favorite Nats to Minneapolis. You can vote up to 35 times at nationals.com/vote. Maybe you should be rethinking your shortstop situation too. Anthony Rendon from second over to third. Danny Espinosa, and he should be batting fifth. No need for a double switch here. And then the new pitcher, Tyler Clippard.
Well, you see what Matt Williams is going to do with a lead late in the game. Ryan Zimmerman to the bench, Anthony Rendon to third, Danny Espinosa to second. Now he has his best defensive lineup in there. And Tyler Clippard taking the ball for the Nats in his familiar 8th inning role.
Leadoff man for the Rockies, Charlie Blackmon, facing Tyler Clippard for the first time, and 75 was diving on him there. Clippard having another all-star type season. 36 innings, only 25 hits, 47 strikeouts. Setup guys don't get to be all-stars very often. Tyler has in his career in 2011.
And ironically enough, I think the Nats were playing the Rockies going into the break, and Tyler Clippard flew with Troy Tulowitzki to the All-Star game.
Tulo offered him a ride on a private plane, and Tyler said yes.
No. I'd much rather ride it.
Now, let me check out some connections.
I'd much rather stop in Denver.
Yeah, they were on their way to Arizona, by the way. One ball and 2 strikes. And a little flare to left, but here comes Bryce. Harper reads it, and he will slide at the end of that grab. Nats defense airtight lately. They're making a move up toward the middle of the league now in the number of errors. It's just holding steady.
The guys in the truck are trying to put together a defensive highlight reel for tonight from both teams, and they can't do it fast enough. Here's another one to add to it. Bryce Harper coming in left field, making a nice play on the run.
Show it to us Friday, guys.
Yeah, I thought the line drive play in the 6th off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki, a much tougher play for Harper. That ball was hit hard and low.
Yeah. Here's Drew Stubbs, who's 2 for 6 against Tyler Clippard with a double.
I think you're seeing the difference in philosophies between managers. Davey Johnson was the guy that would always go for more offense late in the game, and Matt Williams, more of what I was used to as a player, putting your best defense on the field with a 1 or 2 run lead late in the game. And that's managing one-on-one. You usually want your best defenders out there with a lead, and a lot of times Davey Johnson would pinch hit at Tyler Moore and then put him in left field, or somebody that wasn't accustomed to playing a position, because he felt like he wanted a 2-run lead to be a 4-run lead. So different philosophies for different skippers.
Fastball up taken. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. Tyler Clippard just changed Drew Stubbs' eye level here. Now this game's going to have to go through Morneau, Tulowitzki, and Dickerson before it's all over. Target away. 93 on that one. The right-handed batter late.
All right, Carp, you want to do this one tonight? Let's see what you got.
AT&T photo.
Yeah, here's your AT&T photo.
These are some friends from Pentagon City getting together.
Nice.
They live right over by Harris Teeter.
I would say a family, but if you want to go with friends, I said you could take it tonight.
I'm having a hard time telling the difference between any ages right there.
Well, I couldn't tell a home run, so.
They were all smiling at the ballpark, and that's good enough for us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clippard pulling the string on the changeup. 2 outs. Nissan will try to track it.
Right, everything up in the zone and the changeup down and in. Changing the eye line, changing the speeds, and getting the strikeout of Drew Stubbs.
Here's a key matchup. Troy Tulowitzki in his career against Tyler Clippard. Pardon me, it's Morneau, then Tulowitzki. Morneau won at bat against Tyler career. It was a walk. Tulowitzki hopefully leading off the 9th. And the first pitch off speed drops right to the outside corner. Base hit.
Well, here's your save, really.
Yeah, Morneau waited for that changeup. And now it's Tulowitzki. Troy Tulowitzki, 2 for 5 career against Clippard, 2 strikeouts. And in tonight's game, he's hit the ball hard, really hard twice. Base hit to left. The fly to center, then that screaming line drive FP talked about to Bryce Harper. Outfield, very deep.
Well, I mean, you're stuck right here. You can't pitch around him, put the tying run in scoring position, so you got to make some pitches.
And Tulowitzki went upstairs trying to get over the top of 92.
So fastball up first pitch, 2 for 5 with a couple of Ks career against Clippard. Maybe you throw one higher right here and see if he'll go with you. See if he'll climb the ladder with you.
.92 and Tulowitzki flinched a little bit after that call by Rob Drake. I think he thought it was up and away.
Yeah, I think Tyler Clippard might have caught a break right there, but either way, he's ahead 0-2 to the best hitter in the National League.
So we'll see if he goes reverse limbo here. How high can you go? Runner at first, 2 outs in a 1-run game.
Going back out there.
And Tulowitzki late for 93.
I mean, that's just a perfectly placed pitch. And what you can do right here, and it's so easy to say up here and so hard to do down there, is expand away. Because as a hitter, if you think that the umpire just gave him a couple of inches off, you're telling yourself, I got to protect out there. And if you go even farther out there, you might get him to chase a fastball away that's not a strike. Because in Tulowitzki's mind right now, he's saying, I got to cover that outside pitch. He just called it a strike. Try to expand that way with it.
Haven't seen a changeup yet. There's a wicked breaking ball just diving. And Tulowitzki strikes out. Is that killer forkball?
It is. And he threw it as hard as he could, and it was one of the nastier ones he's thrown all season long to get Tulowitzki down on strikes. Look at the grip, the split finger, and that was dirty, folks. Wow.
Is that the save? We'll know in a few minutes.
Tulowitzki. Let's go over it together. Goes first pitch fastball up. Tulowitzki fouls it straight back. Then he paints on the black. Might have been outside, got the call. Then he goes out there again. Tulowitzki protects, and watch the split. Maybe the best one Tyler Clifford's thrown all year. It's a pitch that he's incorporated this year. It's become a deadly weapon for him, and I think just as equal as his changeup. The split as the out pitch for Clifford has just been money. DC area Toyota dealers want to help their children and their families by making donations of $37 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout. And that's pitcher this season. That one should be like ×3 or something. That was good stuff.
Adam Ottavino. And Denard Span shows bunt, takes a strike. Span against this pitcher, career 0 for 1. Couple of walks. Ottavino in the 7th inning walked Denard last night. 41 ball games. And the left-handers are wearing him out at 375. Denard 1 for 3 tonight. Looking for a little insurance here. Bottom 8 with the closer warming up. There's a breaking ball that slingshots in there. And the count 1-2. And a fastball taken up. Counts even. Denard looking for his 29th multi-hit game of the year in the series. 2 for 9, but he's been on base 5 times, scoring twice.
All right. You know you want to go to the P-Nats game right now. Well, not right now. Celebrate Independence Day weekend with Carolina League's first half champions. Forget about the second half. They're not even going to show up. They've already won the first half. Highlighting the weekend will be pregame picnics, patriotic fireworks, Anthony Rendon bobblehead. That would be on Saturday, July 5th. P-Nats, future stars of your Washington Nationals.
Two. And Span can't reach the fastball away.
Just like we promised earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. We are going to go back to the first inning. Bryce Harper. No, we're going to go to this. Ian Desmond's 15th home run of the year, 51st RBI. Give his ball club a 4-3 lead. Watch the fans. Home run. They knew it. Maybe the analysts didn't, but the fans did. They saw it. And little stop at third, get to know Bob Henley a little better, and then trot home 90 feet for the go-ahead homer.
Here's Rendon. Anthony 1 for 3. Big base hit in the 4th. He got the offense going, then Worth followed with the home run that made it a 3-2 game. Ottavino's got a big sweeping breaking ball. That one missed away. 2-0. That ball scorched. Tulowitzki to his left, and on the run just throws a bullet. What a show he's put on tonight.
I'll tell you what, heads up at Drelton Simmons, because based on what I've seen tonight, the Gold Glove is going to Colorado. That's just unbelievable play at shortstop from Troy Tulowitzki in his glove tonight.
He's won 2 Gold Gloves, 10 and 11. Then injuries got him.
Look at this. I mean, that ball smoked to his left, and just how he got rid of it, right on the money. Spin move, not a problem.
And FP, he makes throws on the run and on the move that are just as hard as other guys who can plant and throw. It's amazing.
Yeah, he is fun to watch unless you're the guy hitting.
There's Worth. Fastball in there.
And if you're the guy hitting, you want to run out there and punch him.
I'm not sure you'd like that matchup either. If he can throw fast, he could land a haymaker.
No, he's a big dude. I mean,
he is.
The one thing when you go down the field and you stand next to some of these guys, especially a guy like Tulowitzki, he is large.
Yeah, they list him at 6'3", 215. He is some kind of shortstop. Yeah, he won the Gold Glove 10 and 11. But his season in 2012 ended because of groin surgery middle June. So somebody else had to win the Gold Glove. And sometimes once you give up that streak, it's hard to get it back. I mean, there are some excellent guys at the top of every Gold Glove list. But to be honest, it's one of the most subjective awards in baseball. And sometimes a guy who's a better shortstop and has better defensive numbers will lose out to somebody who does more damage with the bat. In Tulo's case, that shouldn't be happening. That's a big breaking ball, and Worth all locked up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Tulowitzki had injury problems last year too. He was on the DL mid-June to mid-July. He plays the whole year. He might grab that gold back. I'm with you on that one. He's only made 4 errors this year. And this right-hander has Worth bending his knees and reaching for the ball. Nasty breaking pitch. Nats go 1-2-3. Stage is set. Nats haven't been able to win 5 in a row all year. It's 3 outs away if Soriano can do it.
MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, celebrating 12 years. Join the millions of subscribers and watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on over 400 devices. And if you have that package, you can see plays like we're about to show you tonight. Some great defensive plays. He and Desmond got the party started in the first inning. Robin Justin Morneau going over the shoulder. Doug Fister with the golf clap. And this one, I don't think you're going to see a better double play all year. LeMahieu with the glove flip, the bare hand spin by Tulowitzki, and an absolute bolt to Justin Morneau for the 4-6-3. And then Bryce Harper making a nice play on a Tulowitzki line drive. Great play by Ryan Zimmerman right here, getting to his knees, throwing across the infield to Rob. Another hit, and then this one by Tulowitzki we just saw. I mean, the leather has been on display. Both pitchers throwing strikes tonight, both starting pitchers working fast, and both defenses just brilliant here at Nats Park tonight.
By the way, the game's over and both teams have left the field while we were showing you that.
I mean, we left a few
I
out.
wish. Here's Soriano for the top of the ninth. That is some amazing glove work tonight and arm work. Soriano and Dickerson matching up for the first time. Top of the ninth underway. Rafael looking for number 20. League's only hitting a .155 against him. And the first pitch, a fastball up, slammed off the mask of Lobaton. .43 saves last year, 42 for the Yankees the year before that, 45 for Tampa Bay in 2010. The year in between, he was a setup man for Mariano Rivera. And a 4-3 lead in the balance right here, and it's fouled off. Left side, strike two.
Tell you what, Corey Dickerson doesn't get cheated. He was up there hacking.
Just a reminder, with 2 strikes on a batter, Soriano's swing and miss percentage is up nearly 8% this year from what it was last year. 26.6% this year.
Well, he has all-star numbers too. ERA 1.09, 19 saves. Strikeouts to walks, fantastic. Opponent's average, very good.
And he bolts a fastball to the inside corner. 1 out in the ninth.
Well, that was 93 with a little bit of cut to it. And you just talked about 2 strikes, swing and miss stuff. Watch this. You see that little cut the way Lobaton caught that ball, but that was at 93. Usually the cutter's in the upper 80s, low 90s. That one had some hair on it. Nice pitch.
And now Ryan Wheeler's seeing him for the first time. Wheeler 1 for 3 tonight, and he's hit the ball well 3 times. He's lined out to span twice with a base hit in between. And Soriano's got some heat on that fastball. 94. Severe damage, 2 outs.
Best cutter he's had all year by far. And when you go in to guys with power in a 1-run ball game, this is how you do it. You start the ball on the plate on the inner half, you run it all over their hands. The last 2 cutters from Rafael Soriano, the best I've seen all year.
28,943 tonight. And they're starting to feel that possibility of finally a 5-game winning streak. And he doesn't get the high strike call to Michael McHenry, who is 0 for 1 career against Soriano with a pop-up. .93 by him. Yeah, going with the fastball right now, feeling good about it, but that slider could break off on a right-hander at any time. Now the Nats a strike away from something they haven't done all year. Quick visit by Desmond. Hitter McHenry going for a long walk. And a fly ball to right. Worth will just have to watch it. Day off tomorrow. 11 a.m. game on Friday. And will the Nats be going into the weekend on a season-high winning streak? Right side, Lobaton can only watch that one.
A good battle going on between these two guys right now. Michael McHenry dying hard.
Nationals trying to make it 5 in a row and 10 of their last 12 at home.
Good pitch. Good foul ball. 94 miles an hour cutting away. And it lives to fight another pitch.
Matt Williams' team already winning this series. 7-1 with 2 splits in the Nats' last 10.
10th pitch coming.
And he misses outside. Great at bat by Michael McHenry to keep the Rockies alive here. That'll bring in DJ LeMahieu.
And here comes Culberson, I think, to pinch run.
That's Charlie Culberson, infielder.
That's a good at-bat by Michael McHenry, I'll tell you that. Game on the line, you never want to make the last out. One-run ball game keeps the line moving. He should get some high fives in his dugout. It's a big league at-bat.
DJ LeMahieu career 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Soriano, and he gets ahead. Josh Rutledge, if it makes it to the pitcher's spot next. And a swing and a foul. It's 0-2. So here we are again.
So this is what you do. You pitch away. Watch LeMahieu. He's trying to yank the ball out of here and give his team a lead. Great pitch by Soriano. You look at pitch track on the black away. Perfectly placed pitch.
Yeah, I talked about this numerous times this year. Don't challenge guys to the pull side. LeMahieu's hit 3 home runs this year. And a slider. That ball into right center, and it's going to drop in front of Worth. The tying run goes to third base with 2 outs. Everybody playing deep, and those kind are going to fall in.
Drama. What's ironic about this is I think Soriano has his best stuff all season long right now. You know, 10-pitch walk, bloop single, and now you got to regroup and get a big out, obviously. But the stuff is definitely there from Soriano tonight, no doubt about it. He just got to make some pitches right here, right now.
All comes down to Rutledge, who's 0 for 1 career against Soriano. And the first pitch is upstairs. Rutledge 3 for 10. A couple of pinch RBIs for the Rockies. Ball 2. Everybody standing. Crowd quiet in between pitches. And a 2-0, and he might have taken a hack at ball 3 up and away.
That's all right. You come off the bench, you got to be hacking at a 2-0 pitch. Borderline pitch up in the zone, and Soriano throws it by Rutledge. And he's probably swinging here at anything close to.
That's a pitch away, a fastball to the screen.
Past the Pepto-Bismol, here we go.
3 hitters in a row, the Nats have been a strike away. Slider out ahead. Tying run over there at third base in Culberson. First base LeMahieu. Soriano about to throw his 25th pitch of this 9th inning. And a 2-2. Slider stays up and in.
Yeah, it didn't come back, backed up on a little bit. And now LeMahieu gets a head start at first base as the go-ahead run. 3-2, 2 outs.
Something about that 27th out. Tough to get tonight. And a 3-2. That's playable. Espinosa out. Worth is in. Jason says, I've got it. And the Nats have won 5 in a row.
Never a doubt. That's 20 of 22 saves for Soriano. His ERA flirting with 1. And the Nats are 10-2 in their last 12 at home. And they just swept the Rockies. That's their 4th sweep this year. Nicely done.
Nationals are now 8 games over 500. And what a run it's been for Matt Williams and his ball club. Well-deserved day off tomorrow.